Oh, alrighty. Hello, everyone. This is your weekly energy update for this week. And are we feeling it? Because I feel like we're in the final layers of letting go, of processing. And I know I talk about that a lot. I know, but this is literally what's currently happening. And today is the 15th, right? So literally in 2 days is the year of the fire horse. And I swear to you, like literally everything that I'm seeing that other people are going through, and I'm even feeling it energetically as well. Like I feel it for myself, and then when I tap into the collective, I can feel the collective moving through this as well. And it's been icky, it's been hard, it's been rough, and that comes up, by the way, guys, with like mental exhaustion, doubt, fear, uncertainty, feeling ungrounded, unstable, and also that can come up as symptoms in the body. Okay, so if you've been feeling sick, if something body wise has come up, just know that that's probably part of the letting go process and moving into. It's interesting. I didn't want to say this, but it came into my mind like a new timeline. We're entering a new timeline. And I'm not saying that right on the 17th that is happening. This has been a slow and gradual process. Whenever we're letting go of something, whenever we're moving through change, it doesn't happen just like this. The things being removed from our life can sometimes feel that way, especially when we're resistant to it. Sometimes it's like the hand of God comes in and it's like, all right, I'm taking this toy away from you now because this toy is no longer serving you and it's no longer good for you, and it's like the hand of God just comes in, takes it away. And then, of course, we have to go through grieving it, through processing the old, and then moving into the new. So it hasn't been easy, right? Which is why I do talk a lot about like let go gracefully. If something is not working in your life, if something wants to be removed from your life, let it go gracefully. You If you hold on to it, one of these days it's just going to be ripped away from you because it's just not meant to be in your life. So again, I just wanted to start off. If you've been feeling it, just know that a lot of us have been going through it, feeling it, processing. It has been a journey. Alrighty. So it does feel like, because the first thing I wrote down was stand your ground and place firm boundaries with people, especially those people around you who are taking advantage of your kind heart. If you need to, cut these people off, cut them off. If you need to distance yourself from them, distance. If you need to talk with them, if you need to tell them, like, hey, this is not how I operate, this is not how I do things, or, you're really crossing a boundary with me. I can't hold space for you. I can't help you through this, or whatever it is, guys. You know what it is. If you have people in your life who are just wanting to take advantage of you, take advantage of your space and capacity. In fact, I even made a message about this today, which I have scheduled for, I don't know, I think it's like next Friday. About like no longer being the emotional capacity for others just because other people don't know how to hold themselves, We're walking away from that. That's actually part of the old world, an old template. We are moving into a time where we have to become our own pillars. We have to find strength within ourselves, and this is how the new world is built, is because we all become strong. We all become a strong foundation so that these new things can arrive and be built. So again, this is a transitional period, and there are those of you that move a lot quicker than others. I tend to attract the people who just move a lot quicker through things. And this doesn't mean that the people that don't move quick through things are bad. No, it's just like they take a longer time catching up. But eventually, sometimes when it clicks, they catch up really quick. So this has nothing to do with, like, one group of people is better than the other. No, there's just a group of people that move through things a lot faster. And when you do that, you build and you increase your capacity to hold, to help heal, to help support. But does that mean that you have to? No. Especially if it's crossing boundaries, it feels like it's too much. Like you might feel like you're overgiving or overextending yourself. We're not doing that anymore. We are not doing that anymore. You have to place those boundaries so that those people can learn to become their own pillars. And this doesn't mean that you can't help them, especially when they need help. But this just means, like, is it too much? Are they asking for too much? Are they pouring or like trying to put that emotional weight on you too much? If that's the case, they need to learn that themselves. They need to go and learn to become their own pillars. Okay, guys? So this is, if someone in your life is taking advantage of you and just putting too much on you, you feel like you're a crutch, this is your sign to place boundaries. Remove yourself from that situation. Tell them, this is not going to work for me, and remove yourself, okay? A lot of you are going to be moving through that and standing up for yourself, saying, enough is enough. This is where, the line doesn't get crossed anymore, and that's that. That's that, okay? Yeah, I was writing down that when you place these boundaries and you remove yourself from the energy of these people trying to take your energy or trying to put too much on you, you start aligning with people who are grounded, who are secure, who are stable, who are their own pillars. And then you get to be around them and feel also nourished by them, right? Because when you are your own pillar and you're met with another person who's their own pillar, they become their own pillar. Oh my God, the amazing things that you guys can build and do together is just, it's next level. It's next level, which is why everybody needs to become their own pillar. And being able to alchemize whatever they're going through instead of constantly pouring onto others that just, like, it gets too much. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so next thing I wrote, there's a new energy coming into you guys. This has to do with, like, the year of the fire horse, because I've been mentioning we're leaving behind the old and we're going to be moving into the new. And this has to do with the new energy. Are you going to feel it immediately on the 17th? No, but it's a slow thing. I have been saying that there is, like, this slow buildup of this new energy, but it is still intertwined with the old, right? And the old just means, like, the anxiety, the doubts, the worries, the uncertainty, the, like, oh my God, what is happening? Oh my God, I'm still letting go. Oh my God, I'm shedding. It's mixed with that, right? There's days where you're going to feel great. You're going to be, like, inspired, motivated. You can see your new path. You're headed towards it. It feels amazing. and you have full trust in it. And then the next day you might crash. You might be like, how much longer? I don't know. Is this really the right? Like, this is a process. This is a rebirth. This is like literally birthing, you know? So allow yourself, give yourself space. I know you guys have been practicing that. Give yourself space when you go through that, but just realize this new energy will continue to build up, will continue to build up within you, and you're going to see things more clearly as time moves on. Okay. Um, yeah, I wrote, especially with the year of the fire horse. Okay, one thing I did right is like, guys, we're 2 days away from the year of the fire horse, and it's just like a symbolism, right? You think about it as a portal or a gateway. Okay, get my shedding and becoming ritual. I specifically made it for this time, for this year, for the end of the year of the snake into the year of the fire horse, and it's so reasonably priced. For it's literally exactly what I did. I did this actually a couple weeks ago because I felt very, very inspired, and my intuition was okay. I need to do this because I knew I was moving away from the old into the new, and I had the most craziest synchronicities afterwards because I was like, I always ask for a sign. I'm like, okay, show me that this ritual that I've done, which it's spoken out loud, because your voice carries energy and frequency, and it's so important to speak things into being. And it's essentially saying goodbye to the old life, being thankful for it, thankful for the lessons, thank you for the old version of yourself, where it brought you to where you are now, right? It's not about, hating the past or being resentful and sad over it. It's literally just blessing it of like, thank you. I have come such a long way, and I've come here where I realize my worth. I realize where I'm going. I realize my power. And then you move into the new. So it's an ending, closing of the old. Then you move into the new and call in. You literally set your intentions of what you're about to experience this year and the coming years. And you bless that path. And you also connect with that future version of yourself that's already there, living that life, and you feel them, and they're grateful. They're looking back at the past, and they're remembering the time where you did this ritual, and they're like, okay, yes, you did it, amazing. And they're grateful that you walk through this portal, through this uncertainty, through this challenging time. I made it for you guys because, again, you guys did ask me. I think it was on my last live or 2 lives ago, I can't remember, where you guys requested this, and I made it for you in a PDF format so that you can like do this on your own time, especially with the year of the horse coming up. I would highly recommend that you do this and set your intentions for what you want to experience for the year ahead, how you want to live your life for the coming years ahead. It's so important that you do this so that like you can bless that path, you can walk that path in alignment, right? Again, you could do this yourself, you can do whatever ritual you want yourself, but I made it for those of you that are just like confused and need something spoken, like need to understand how to work with that energy. So anyway, I'm going to link it down below afterwards, after this live, if you guys feel called to check it out and grab that. Okay. Yeah, so it's funny, I just mentioned this. Even if it feels sticky or overwhelming, you guys are on the right path. This new path, this path that you're walking on, this transitional state is not always going to feel certain and comfortable. Some days are going to feel overwhelming. Some days are going to feel sticky. Some days are going to be like, I don't know if I'm really doing the right thing. That's okay. You're discovering this path as you walk on. And it really does feel like at this time, guys, there's so much spiritual guidance, spiritual protection from your spiritual team, from your ancestors, whatever you believe in at this time, that they're helping to guide you, especially for those of you that have established a connection with them. They are helping guide this path, guide this way, even on days where it feels ugh, and like uncertain and sticky. You are being guided, okay? There's no wrong path, okay? If you have used your intuition, your heart to go somewhere, to do something, to talk to somebody, it's the right one. You are being led and guided and protected and provided for. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I just mentioned this. So your ancestors walk with you to support you fully as you walk this new path. There's no wrong path for you. Yeah, and everything is coming together. There is going to be more harmony, more abundance, and more peace. Yeah, you're just in a transitional state where it feels uncomfy. Just think about like a baby being born. Both for the mother and the child, it's not a comfortable process. Especially the child was in a certain place for so long, and now it's like getting birthed out. Like it's not comfy. It's not comfy. But there is, guys, there is stability, security, and a solid foundation forming. Okay? I know a lot of you feel that wobbly uncertainty of craving like a solid foundation to land on, something to exhale onto, where it's like, okay, I'm on this new path and I feel supported, right? It is coming. It is coming. Let it unfold as it should, okay? You're not going to be in this state forever. You're not. We're all moving through it. Trust me when I say that. I have talked to so many people who are in this state, who are moving from the old into the new, and they're in this like transitional phase, and some days it's clear and some days it's not. We're all going through it, literally. It's kind of crazy, but at the same time it's like, okay, if we're all going through it, there's a reason. You're not the only one. But I have been feeling that stability, security is coming. And okay, you might actually find a small piece of evidence of that security and foundation coming. So just pay attention to signs, pay attention to, I don't know, songs even, or people, like person talking about something, or you may even find money on the ground. Guys, if you find money on the ground, even if it's like, I don't know, $1 or $2 or whatever, that's the divine telling you that you're being supported and guided, and that you're moving into a time where there's going to be more stability, more security. That's going to feel better. Literally, okay? So just pay attention to those signs because they are out there. Your spiritual team and ancestors do want to guide you and help you through this, okay? Yeah, I also wrote down like someone could pay for your meal. Or you're just finding money, or someone comes in to like help you feel a little bit secure and stable, and you're like, okay, it's happening, and it's it's all good. Yeah, I also wrote down be sure to balance your mind. If you get worried or doubtful, come back into balance, come back into harmony. I also do one-on-one work, guys. So like if you need that help, I can help you, guide you through that and come back into center, come back into balance, right? Because this is the time where we're entering a regulated nervous system, because a regulated nervous system is one that receives, is one that holds, is one that builds on a secure, solid foundation. It doesn't mean that you'll never get worried or doubtful, but like if you get stuck in that, like use practices to come back into center. Do breath work, meditation, put your hand on your heart and on your belly and just come back into the body and understand that you are safe right now. You are safe, you're secure. And if you need help with that, I also do one-on-one work, okay? And I can help just move you through this transitional phase in your life. Yeah, I also wrote down solutions, help is coming, which will spark your creative force and enthusiasm. So whatever guidance you get, whatever support you get, it will directly impact your creativity and enthusiasm to where you're moving to. And for those of you calling in love, I did write down, it does feel like the energy of love, like of this union is near. And it's going to mirror that stability, that security, that solid foundation, like where they're a super grounded person. Again, it's just going to mirror what you have been through and what work you've been doing on yourself. Okay? It is near, truly. But let yourself be guided towards that. Let yourself follow the breadcrumbs on this journey, because it's leading to so many things. It's leading to the person that you're meant to be with, like you're aligning with them, but you're also aligning yourself with the career that you're meant to build. Okay? Yeah, you're being asked to step into your own authority, guiding yourself, self-trust. You're not lost. You're just being asked to lead. A lot of you are meant to become leaders of this new earth. You know, there's not just one, there's many, because we're all different in all these areas of, you know, what we need to build this new earth on. You know, we're some are more creative with music, with paint, with photography, with nature, with like, there's so many things, there's so many areas, and you guys are meant to become leaders in that specific area. And what I understand, it's like we're all just these pillars of different strengths, of different gifts, of different medicines. And when we can become solid and structured and a leader in that area, we all come together and build something even more beautiful and impactful. This is not a time to self-abandon or to give our power away. That was the old world. That was the old world. We're meant to come to a time where we are our own leaders of self-trust, self-authority. Okay, so if there's a decision on your mind, if there's something that you've been feeling that you need to do, you need to trust it. You need to trust it. Even if others around you are like, I don't know, that's not a good idea. No, trust it, move into it. Trust yourself. And the more you do that, the more you're going to see that, like, wait a minute, I can trust myself. I got me. Because every time you've trusted yourself, you've seen where it has taken you. And it's only taking you to a better spot, better area of your life. You've met better people because of that. Trust yourself. The last point I wrote was, there's a lot of travel, adventure. I guess you could also say like a new path opening up, but it does feel like a lot of traveling adventure. There's a lot of people that are actually traveling currently. So that could be coming to you this week where you're like, okay, I got to book my ticket and I got to go type of thing. And I do feel like this place will heighten your psychic abilities and your creativity. So there's a reason if you are feeling like, okay, I need to go to X, Y, and Z, follow it. Follow it. There's so many people right now that are moving to these different areas, or well, I should say traveling or moving to these different areas for a reason. So just trust it. Let yourself be, this part of the self-trust, the self-authority and self-leadership, okay? Trust it, move into it, and see what unfolds for you. Okay, guys, that's pretty much what I have. It's a lot of like self-authority, self-trust, self-belief, inner workings, letting go of the old, moving into the new. Okay. Numbers coming up for this week was 1, 2, 11, 33, and 55. So 1, new beginnings cycle, which makes sense as the year of the fire horse starts on Thursday, I think. 2, partnerships and balance. 11, union, balance, and awakening. 33 is associated with master heart expansion. And 55, major change, movement, major change and movement for so many of you. There were 3 animals coming out this week. Someone said the 17th or 18th. So the year of the fire horse starts on the 17th. So I don't know, is that a Thursday? A Wednesday? One of those days. The 3 animals coming up was lion, bear, and wolf. Very powerful animals, to be honest. So lion is all about leadership, courage, and claiming your space. Bear, rest when needed, strong boundaries, and standing your ground. And wolf, loyalty, instinct, and trust your inner guidance. So self-trust. And together, to me, it's like observe everything, trust your instincts, speak your truth, walk your path, and lead your life your way based on how you feel and your own inner guidance instead of relying on others. And 2 questions you can ask yourself this week is, where am I still staying in something that I already know is no longer aligned? And what would choosing myself look like right now? Or another way you can ask this is, if I fully chose myself, what would I stop tolerating? Letting go, removing, clearing out space to make way for the new. To make way for what's really meant for you. So guys, interesting. I tend to go a lot longer, but this one, I don't know, this one's shorter. So I'm going to trust that. That's all I have for you guys. But yeah, this is really just about self-trust, becoming your own leader this week, booking that trip if you need to, or moving into that area because you finally feel called and you're no longer waiting for someone to validate it. And strong boundaries. Okay, guys, like truly, don't let people siphon off of your energy anymore just because you have the capacity to. We all have to understand how to alchemize within ourselves so that we don't burden other people, you know? And again, this has nothing to do with not helping one another. It's just about like becoming so strong in your self-containment that like when you need help, you get help for that thing, but you don't overburden somebody. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to end this here. Again, I will link my shedding and becoming ritual, which truly is like amazing, in ending the year of the snake and moving into the year of the horse. Saying goodbye to the old and moving into the new. Alrighty, guys, I am sending you so much love, and I'll see you next week on the next live.